Hi Leo, this is your May 2022 general reading. So we're going to go from your first to your 6th house and we're going to see what's going on. If you guys would like me to go till your 12th, let me know, but that would be quite a long video, but it would be much more whole. It really picks up on every aspect of your life. First house, we have the 3 of Wands, freedom. Second house, we have the Page of Swords, vigilance. Third house, we have the 7 of Cups, choices. Your 4th house, we have the Knight of Pentacles, patience. And the 10 of Wands, responsibility. 5th house, we have the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles, wisdom and gratitude. And your 6th house, beautiful, we have the 2 of Cups, union. All right. Your energies feel a lot softer than usual for Leo. Like, I feel very zen right now. And like nothing can touch me, nothing can affect me, like the world could be falling apart and I would still be in this very peaceful energy. All right, so your first house, we have the 3 of Wands, freedom. Your first house is people's impressions of you. It's also your physical body. That's why your rising sign is how you look. A lot of astrologers can guess your rising sign just by looking at you. But it feels like you guys, there is expansion happening. So you guys could be freeing yourself from something that really was affecting you negatively. This could be energetically or it could be physically. You're walking away from something and freeing yourself and allowing yourself to ascend without this thing continuously dragging you down. For others of you, however freedom resonates with you is how you're going to be expressing it. You might be traveling this month. You guys could have Mercury in your first house or a Mercury transit in your first house and this is a good time for travel and adventures. But there's some growth that people are able to recognize when they look at you. There's a change. Some of you could even be thinking about getting like some sort of procedure done that you've been wanting for a very, very long time. Because this feels like something people notice. People are able to look at you and tell, like, wow, this person, they've changed so much. They're different in a very positive way. We have the Hermit. So this could also be that you guys are coming out of a period of kind of deeper introspection, possibly a dark night of soul. You may have been a little bit more introverted because that's where your soul was drawing you to. There was something you needed to heal, something you needed to see, work on, and you're coming out of it and you're kind of stepping back into your power. You're stepping back, putting yourself out there again. It's like you're rising. I don't know. It's very, very obvious to people, whatever this expansion is that's happening for you. All right, your second house, we have the Page of Swords, vigilance. So the first thing that popped into my mind is if you guys want to raise, ask for it. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. It's worth the risk. It's not even a risk. You're either going to get a yes or a no. It's better than never asking. Kind of stand up for yourself here. You know your values, you know your worth, and make sure that's getting recognized wherever it is that you work. Let's see. We have the Star. Yeah, it feels like you guys are Leo, especially if you also have your rising in Leo. You kind of are effortlessly this very grand energy that people are drawn towards, and people, it's like they'll listen to you without even knowing why. There's something very powerful about your energy. It's kind of like you are that biggest, brightest star that's a different color than all the other ones. So know your worth and go into this very confidently, asking for what you think you deserve. Don't say, don't tell your boss or whoever to, don't let them decide. Really reflect on this and decide for yourself where you believe your value lies, and go in there with that confidence, with that number, and just ask. Again, even if they say no, that they'll remember this confidence and this drive and power it took for you to do that. It's gonna pay off either way. Third house, we have 7 of Cups, choices. So third house is communication, what's going on in your mind. You could actually be getting other opportunities, other job opportunities, and you could use those, to get this place that you're working at now to offer you more, to keep you. But you have change on your mind. You are looking to expand. You're looking to change something in your life. Again, it could be your body, it could be your home, something that affects your material possessions. But it's all rooted in you knowing your worth and knowing your value. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Swords. Interesting. So those of you where we were talking about, it's like you've been a little bit more introverted recently. It could be that something happened, some sort of ending. You guys could have had a breakup, something that really hurt you and affected you. This could even be something from your past, even your childhood, that was triggered somehow in the recent past, and it kind of threw you into this healing journey. And when we're dealing with our childhood and like pain we experienced in the past, it's never easy. And it feels like that's why during the time you were more closed off. You didn't want to deal with anyone. You weren't focused or worried too much about the external world as you were internally. But again, coming out of this, it's almost like this world, you're stepping into a whole new world, and every time we go through a transformation, a healing journey, we come out of it so much more powerful. And it feels like you've learned your worth and your value and your power during this time. And so coming out of it, you kind of know that you deserve to think big. You deserve so much more than you believed you deserved before. And because you truly believe this now, like subconsciously, your mind is filled with, okay, well, what do I want? Like, I could have anything. What do I really want? And again, dream big, think big. Whatever you want, whatever your soul and your heart truly desires, manifest it and fight for it, and know that you deserve it, and know that you're worthy of it. 4th house, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Your 4th house can be your home, your family, your roots, emotional roots. Feels like for some of you, where this healing does have to do with your childhood, it feels like it's quite heavy. And the message here is just be patient with yourself. Be gentle on yourself. This healing isn't going to happen overnight. Healing completely can't happen in one lifetime. So be gentle with yourself. But for those of you where it feels like someone here, you guys might be wanting to buy a house, maybe wanting to make a move. And it feels like you have to be a little bit more patient for that. There's something creating a blockage between you and this house. A lot of times, like symbolically, you know, again, the fourth house represents your childhood, your family. It could be that until you heal this, like the blockage that's standing in your way in an actual house is this childhood experiences and trauma that you still carry. And the reason for that is like this dream house is more of a home, and you're not at the frequency of home until you have a clear and healed fourth house, or like what you believe a house, a home to be is. You need to redefine it. It feels like growing up, you may have had a lot of responsibilities. Like you were treated as an adult even when you were a kid. You were, like, if you had any siblings, you were kind of like the second mom or the second dad. And it feels like that's very difficult to heal, because you kind of have to mourn your own childhood and kind of accept that you were robbed of your innocence and of your ability to just be free and to be a child. And for a lot of people, that's very, very difficult. But it does feel like there's some sort of blockage if you have been wanting to make a move. Yeah, it's like you're kind of stuck at that crossroads. You've been trying to manifest it for a long time, but it's like nothing's happening. You're not sensing any sort of movement. And for those of you where this resonates, the blockage is some healing that needs to take place from what your experience of home was as a child. Was it safe? Were you the caretaker? Were you, taken care of? Were you provided for in every aspect? Those are things, the more questions you ask yourself, the more you dig into those energies, it will lead you to the root of the problem here, and the root of this trauma that you'll be able to face and heal when you're there. All right, fifth house, we have the Hermit and the Nine of Pentacles. For those of you, again, you're definitely coming out of some sort of hermit mode. Or for some of you, you're being asked to go back into it, but intentionally. And it doesn't have to be intense as it is when we're kind of forced into it. Carl Jung in his Red Book, he talks about that balance where he goes to work, has his life, and then at night is when he goes on this spiritual journey. And for you guys, that could be similar. Again, there's something you need to heal that's affecting many aspects of your life. And a great way to do that, a great way to go somewhere that is very negative, is to bring positive energy into it, to find something in that scenario that you're grateful for. Like, for example, if you were raised with a lot of responsibility, one thing to be grateful for now is how strong it made you, how you really can do anything on your own. It empowered you in a way, even though it hurt you in another way. You can have both. You can feel pain and mourn for the loss of your childhood, but you can also be grateful that you were always more mature, always respected, always treated as an equal to adults and to people in high positions because of this upbringing. So finding something that you're grateful for will really help in that healing process. But also for those of you where you don't feel like it's that deep in your own life, if you're trying to manifest love, definitely meditate on it. Visualize the relationship you want, the connections you want. Put yourself in there and show gratitude. take out a piece of paper every day and write, wow, I'm so grateful for this love that I share. I'm so grateful that I found the one. Speak in as if it's already yours, and find love in every day, everything around you, in nature for providing for you, in your pets for loving you. Find love, find reasons to be grateful. And it feels like that will be really helpful for you guys in not only healing, but attracting love, if that's something that's on your mind. One of these options that you want, and one of these changes that you want to make. In your 6th house, we have the 2 of Cups union. So your 6th house is your day-to-day activities, your tasks, your health, your body. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting like an inner marriage of that divine masculine and divine feminine is very healing for you. But I don't even know how you would approach that, though. Sometimes it's in another connection. Sometimes connections that we have, especially intimacy, is so healing in certain ones, and it's because they're mirroring exactly, your own divine masculine that you're not connected to. You're seeing it in another person, and you're able to connect with it that way. So it feels like there may be a love that comes into your life that ends up being very, very healing and very grounding in a way that you haven't experienced before, and you may not even realize how much you needed someone like this. It feels like it's going to be a very nice surprise for you guys. Let's see. We have Amun Coeli Root, number 38. Again, it all goes back to your 4th house. You guys might want to look up all the keywords of the 4th house in astrology. Look at your own 4th house. What planets do you have in there? What sign? But it all goes back to your roots, to your family, to what home means to you and how it was defined to you growing up. There's something there that you either need to heal, or there's like a gem that you need to find that frees you from this stagnation that you're experiencing in certain aspects of your life, and it gives you certain answers that you didn't even know you were looking for. So definitely look into that. Definitely meditate on that. Look at your own chart. There's something that you need to see, and the moment you see it, you'll realize what it is and how it's been affecting your life every single day. All right, Leo, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.